Hey guys, Northern Dice here, and I'm going to be unboxing my Kickstarter copy of I Am the Fourth Wall, which I actually received just 20 minutes ago. It is a asymmetrical competitive card game where players take on the role of investigators cooperating to take down an ancient elder being, or you are playing as the ancient elder being trying to be summoned and destroy humanity, as it were. It's unique in the respect that you can either choose to have it entirely cooperative, or you can have one player take on the role of the elder being and try to take down the players. But in that sense, it's 1 to 7 players, which is quite an unusual number, but in the same respect, quite an interesting concept. So let's crack this open and have a good look. Okay, straight off the bat, it is a very unusual box because it's actually indented there, which gives me the impression that it's a push, or is it it's a flap. Ooh. So we can actually have a quick look at the back. I love the artwork on this. This is one of the things that actually made me want to back it in the first place. It's very pop arty. I know it's set in the 1950s, but this is it's a very boisterous art style, which I think is very, very cool. Right. I feel like I'm in the math here, cracking this open. It's going to be a big wad of cash. Oh, cool. So it actually tells you what bonus Kickstarter content you get within as well. That's very good. So it tells you the components on the box as well. And I know there's more than one rulebook in here. There is 1, 2, 3, and an expansion ad. Very cool. Or is it included? Don't remember. Again, I backed this over a year and a half ago. It was May 2018 when this got fully funded. Okie dokie, sorry. This is describes setup and rules for the wall player and is used in conflict games. So one player will take on the role of the wall, and the wall is the elder being trying to be summoned. And this is their rulebook. And oh my days, I'm assuming my name's in there somewhere. Oh jeez, that's commitment. Common terms, additional rules. So that's a rulebook for just one player. And the investigator's term, I'm assuming then, is the setup for the investigator players, which you'd assume would be used in every single game because there'd always be investigators. I don't think there's potential to play as just the wall against the players. But again, this is just it's my usual stuff of what's in the box, not a gameplay overview. Common terms again, so it's just the Walls Grimoire that's actually got all the names in it, and this one, the present. AI and used in alliance games. Card overview, wall turn. I like it when rulebooks have random bold words. I know they're not random, they are specific, but it almost like draws your eye when you're in the middle of a game and you're thinking, oh my days, what do I do on this bit? You can quickly flick through and have a good look. So this is the rules for the expansion and how it is used, the Necronomicon. Excuse me if I've said that wrong. Okay, punch boards, you know I hate them. Uniquely styled though. I like the shape. I have no idea what it is. It almost looks like a wax imprint. And then a gun/investigation token. Cool. Right. Knock the camera as you do. Oh, hello. So here is a playboard. Is it different on either side or is it the exact same? Oh, it is different. It is different. So one of them just has one thing on it at the top. Investigators may not close a gate while the horror is at Cthulhu-esque Avenue, and then the other side, lots of different effects. Okay, okie dokie dokie. And these are, I would assume, I keep saying assume, it's annoying me now. I would think are the investigator cards. I know that one of the goals was to have them oversized, and these are mega, mega, mega. I'll pop them down. Try my hardest not to knock the camera at the same time as I'm hovering right over it. Investigator. That feels quite sturdy and robust, actually. Quite a good quality. It always gripes me when you get something that you need and it's very, very flimsy. But this, I always say, it's easy enough to laminate, but it's still a pain. This feels quite robust. He does look like a bit of a mad scientist. Private Eye. Mall Cop. Professor, photographer, grease monkey. Okay, he's definitely not a investigator, the coach. So these are all the investigators. If we just have a look at one against another. they are unique in the idea of their stats and what they can do, which is quite cool. It makes it worth playing the different characters and having a good team setup. I mean, the artwork in itself is attractive enough. You're going to pick someone who appeals to you, but at the same time, you're going to want someone who's going to coincide with the team, not just die looking cool. And these are the walls. Yeah, I like the back. I think 5 of them together make up something. Just looking from the pan. So we've got Shub Niggurath, Nyarlathotep, Hasta, Yog Sothoth. My pronunciation of these must be atrocious. Cthulhu. I can't actually read. Ithaqua. I'm not going to attempt to say that one. Cthulhu's girlfriend. Kalut. And Hasta's mate. Sure, why not? So one player would receive one of those if you were playing the competitive version. Alright. Presence cards, labelled on the back. But I don't think all of these are presence cards. No, they're not. Immediately I get the Necronomicon. Are the Necron... Yes, this is just the expansion, so I'm going to put this to one side for a moment. It's up there, I'll not forget it. These ones... Marble tokens. Marble cards. I know these are part of the game. So you know this is half blind entirely as usual because I read campaign updates, but then I forget everything about why I backed it, and it's that nice surprise of, oh, look at this. But my understanding from memory is that the wall player is trying to summon, break 5 seals, and the investigators have got to do stuff to do them, and I know that the marbles do help with that. But these aren't all marbles because some of these are investigators. So these... Oh, these are just smaller versions of the cards. Okay, so they included the smaller versions too. Unless they're used for something. I don't know. That's an unusual thing to do. A nice thing if it is just the straight up smaller versions. Right, we've got Elder Signs, Typewriter. Attach, negate all investigations on the horror. Ancient text, negate all booze on the horror. Ooze. So these are going to be stuff for the actual investigators to use. I can't imagine that many horrors are going to be holding the woozy sideways. Adrenaline, notepad, switchblades. These are going to be things that you can acquire through investigating as investigators. That will help you with the actual taking down of the Elder Gods. Ooh, metal tokens. I'm going to crack these open just to save time, but very, very, very robust. Unless it's a first player and a tracker, but that's still pretty cool. That's a cool thing to include. Another deck of cards. What we've got? Investigators. So maybe these are the other ones. Let's have a look. I've got investigators. Okay. So that's up investigators up to there. Yeah, these are just small versions of the investigator cards. Identical. I'll put those with those ones. Horrors. So these are the nasties that are actually in our realm of existence that are going to be doing the naughties. Ooh, The Hound of Tyndales. I've actually read The Hound by H.P. Lovecraft. Very good. Don't steal from graves. Warlock, Migo, High Priest, Formless Spawn, Voices from the Water. Ooh. Well, these cultist just looks like a bit of a mugger, to be honest. I love the art. More cultists. Very cool. Right, let's actually have a look at the bottom of the card. What we got? Shuffle this card into the deck. Maybe that's when it's been defeated, so then it's back in. All investigators with the same number of marbles as their open gates must lose a random marble. Unless it's their attack. Manifest a horror. Delve. Ooh, that's going to be some terminology I'll need to have a check out. Taint elected investigator. Ooh, that's not good. Is that a horror? That is a horror still. Interesting. Alright, very cool. Okay. Again, card quality feels very, very robust. The finished polish of this is exquisite. Exquisite's an awesome word. Final deck. Right, these are smaller versions of the... Yeah, they are smaller versions of the Elder Gods. Exact same. I'm going to use that word again. I'm going to assume. So this is a tracker. These are character prompts. So if you are the wall, brood. I do like how Doom tokens are a constant thing across Cthulhu games. In Elder Sign, there's nothing but Doom tokens. It's very, very consistent, but it keeps a theme, doesn't it? Two Doom tokens. The wall again, presence? Or is this just investigator options? I don't know. Again, I'm going to say it. Not a rundown of gameplay, just a rundown of my memory and the actual contents of the box, which is the reason that I'm assuming if you are watching, you're watching. Okay, presence. I have no idea what these are, but Wrath. Are these special ability cards that allow you to do extra stuff? Because I know Wrath is a move and action of the wall, and then more marbles. Flick through them. That one's green. Ooh, special. Don't read it. Beagle, Spaniel. Awesome. I'm dead impressed by that. This is one that I have been very interested and looking forward to because it's asymmetrical. And after playing so many asymmetrical games and recently receiving Skulk Horror, I've really got a taste for them. So getting the email saying Slinky Gibbon have fully finished sending it all out, and whoever it is who's posted it has posted it. I'm very excited, which is the reason that 20 minutes after receiving it, I've unboxed it. 1 to 6 players makes it really accessible, which I think is great. 1 to 7 players gives you that option to have someone who wants to be that horrible player be the horrible player. And I know there's a solo mode in this, which is really interesting to say there's such a high player count, but at the same time, it must have taken a lot of effort to get those rules perfect. So commendable by their part, and 1.5 years isn't a bad turnaround for a Kickstarter really when you consider that some take 5 years, and I know some people are still waiting for some. But I digress. Thank you very much for sticking around. I am wanting to get a play of this ASAP because it does feel like it's going to be more accessible with so many players, but time will tell. I'm a big Cthulhu fan, so I will be quite judgmental on the actual theming, but from the artwork it looks very fun, and from the outset of the actual play, from memory again, it looks very, very... don't remember the word. Lost it. Anyway, I'm going to cut you off because I've spoken for too long. Thank you very much for sticking around and checking this out. I will catch you next time.